What's happening, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here. Today I've got a lot to cover in this update, so let's go ahead and get started. First off, I wanted to show off what I've got with this new bridge. I promised a more substantial bridge on my last update, and this is what I've come up with. Still a little bit of cheating involved here, but this thing took an incredible amount of pieces, a lot of which were Technic elements. As you can see, it spans across the entirety of the racetrack, which is obviously not complete, but you can kind of get a good sense of what this is going to look like. I didn't actually want, my initial design was not going to include a sidewalk for bikers and pedestrians, but I did end up doing that. I just thought it'd be so cool to have, people running, biking, and walking along this and checking out the sites below. And I think I'm glad I did it. It was a challenge. It took a lot of pieces to make that work, but I haven't finished it because I keep changing my mind here at the bottom on what the layout obviously is still ever changing, so I do have that ramp yet to do, but I did map it out with these two base plates at the bottom, just making sure I don't put anything nearby it, reminding myself that yes, I do need to build a ramp. There's an overview of the bridge, and I had to double the middle line just to make sure that it was symmetric and matched with the road plates on either end. And as you can see in the middle here, I had to extend the sides out. Before I wasn't even going to put an extra element in here, but I just thought, since these cars, such as this car here coming down, if I didn't have that separation, it would be really close to the edges there, and I don't think people with expensive cars such as this one would feel comfortable zooming down this bridge without a little bit of extra space. So plenty of space there for larger cars to get by each other, but adding that extra element in all the way down was a fun challenge, but in the end it was definitely worth it. So I think on the next update I should have this completed and a very good layout of where all the roads. So something to look forward to. But yeah, the bridge is very sturdy, and if I push down really hard on this area, you got to be a little careful. But I wouldn't go walking across this myself, obviously. But I've got the transition here pretty well with the gates. I put these things up there, and there's also, I probably should put some lights up or something there to warn pedestrians when an oncoming train is on its way. Something to show over here with the downtown area. First of all, I did modify the Ghostbusters Firehouse so it is flush with that other modular. So that means that this doesn't stick out anymore like this where it used to. So I took out those hinges because it was bugging me too much. So I did modify that a little bit so it's all nice and flush. And let me back up here really quick and give you guys a moment to look at the modified road plate. So I did remove those lines. This plate right here was a four-way stop, and it is no longer, when I just kind of modified it to be a straight, basically. So these, what I ended up doing, just to catch you up on my last video, I did a kind of how to remove these lines, this white paint from these base plates, because it gets a little crazy when you have a bunch of them next to each other. So I removed all of that, and if you're curious on how I did that, go ahead and check out my previous video. And I took out some, I think it's called white vinyl tape. I think I had tons and tons of suggestions on that video. Thank you for all your responses. I did end up going the easy route, and probably not the best route, but I carefully cut these white vinyl tape things out to try to make this as nice as possible. And that's what I came up with. So from a distance, it looks good, but when you get a little closer, you start seeing little things that I did wrong. It's not exactly completely even. I also did another one over here by the Avengers Tower. So I took some suggestions again. Thanks again for all that. I took out the roads that went around it and ended up just doing a parking lot here. So this was an X road plate, and I transformed that as best as I could into a straight road plate. And you know what? It looks good. I'm gonna just come out and say, I did a pretty darn good job on modifying that, and I'll continue to do that with other road plates. But the Avengers Tower has had a big change to it. So let me go ahead and step to the other side, and I'll show you what I ended up doing to it. Before I pop up there, let me go ahead and just hold the camera here as I'm laying underneath this table. This is the little access hole that I've created that I can stick my body through, and this is what it is. It was originally going to be the whole size of this cut out, but I ended up putting this slab in right here that holds up the hospital. So as I turn this way, kind of a cool shot of the Avengers Tower. Actually, I've not seen it that way, but pretty cool. Let me go ahead and hop up here. Well, so far, nothing in here. Just still the nothing but trains and train tracks and so forth. There's a tree there. It looks like Jimmy has been at work. Yep, he has. I can see his Capri Sun wrapper. Darn kid. All right, let me squeeze up here. Whew. And turn ever so slightly and show you the front of the Avengers Tower. This is what it looks like. Went a little crazy with the green, but I think it needed it. So I put the statue up here in the front, and this is what I came up with. Tried to do some decorative curving around the tower, and I like this more modern-looking bus station right next to it. So that's just kind of what I came up with. So it's kind of hard to get a shot of it because it's pretty tight in here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if this was your city, what would you do to make it a little different? I think I do need to fill in some spots right here and maybe right there around the tower as well. So here's another shot of the base plate, the modified road plate, and obviously some parking along here. I didn't put any white parking paint in there just because the cars are so many different sizes in the city. I don't think anything's changed over here. I have been working to get things ready to put in what are they called? The street lamps, and obviously the traffic lights and trees and all that good stuff is still to come. So stay tuned for that. So as we move away from the downtown area, there's another quick look at the Avengers Tower and the new update to the bottom there. Let me know what you guys think about that. And we move down here to this area where I've spent a lot of time over here recently. So first of all, let me show you this right here. I did change this around. I was at church today, and a young man came up to me and said, you know, your bridge that comes down that has a turn in it. I don't really like that turn, he says, and I think it should just be straight. And I thought, oh, okay, that's really nice. Thanks for your suggestion. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That actually might save me some space. So I took that advice, made it just a straight down ramp, similar to the one over here by the airport. And you know what? It worked out pretty darn good because I was able to put that octane gas station in, put that repair shop in, as well as these two service buildings, the emergency treatment center, and of course the fire station. So very cool. So move on from there, and let me just show you really quick. I've got the Kwik-E-Mart here. It's an awkward sized building, really hard to make work in the city, so I have it in this area for now with that large parking lot in front of it. Not sure if I'll keep it there. In fact, I'm not sure if I'll keep anything the way it is as I'm showing it to you, because I've changed things so many times, hundreds of times, I swear. It's a trial and error is really what it is. It's really what it does come down to. So over here, I have this, so the end of the bridge, I have these two base plates again, just to mark where the ramp is going to be. And this is what I've got, the amusement park right here, and it's neighboring the racetrack right there. And I'm not sure, I wanted them next to each other. I'm not really sure where one ends and where one begins, but that will be the spot for the roller coaster. And then you have the mixer, the Ferris wheel, the destroyed bumper car arena, and then of course the carousel will be in here as well someplace. And then I wanted to have some area for parking. I even use this, I'm thinking about just using this haunted house as an attraction for an amusement park. Why not? For some reason, teenagers really like to get the heck scared out of themselves with rides like that. So yeah, it's part of the amusement park for now. And we back up here a little bit, and the airport shuttle is kind of a tough project making this thing work, because I got the track going here. It's not really going to work anywhere, I don't know, in front of here. So I'm thinking about is having it go through somehow. I don't really know, but the idea is to have the last end of line station right back there, if you can see that octane gas station. So that is the goal for now. Then there's this transition between the amusement park and the residential area. The residential area looks a little funky, and the reason that it looks a little funky since there's no roads in front of these houses is because I wanted it to have a community that surrounds a lake. So I'm trying to combine the old lake with the residential area, and this is the space that I'm trying to create for that. It's been kind of tough, so that is what I'm going with. All the houses that have garages, driveways, I'm I'm trying to put that on the roads. Right here you can see that. Got about 3 or 4 of them. And then all the rest of them, I'm just trying to put them around that potential lake. So that's what I've got working for now. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but we'll see as time goes on. Backing up here towards the end of these tables. Oh my goodness, so happy this is finally almost done. Well, it's not almost done. There's still a lot of details to go through, but I kind of like the placement of the temple here at the very end. Nothing right next to it, just roads all the way around it. I like that. And then you have this more substantial train station here at the very end. And I was really happy to fit the other Octan station. I don't know if this is going to be permanent, but for now it is. So I've got a lot of gas stations all around. And for some reason, that just makes me happy. And then you have a lot of junk here at the end. As I continue to lay this all out, I have to move stuff that's just been kind of built up over time. In fact, if I go over here to my desk, it's a terrible mess that I still need to go through and clean up. So anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me actually turn around and show you something really cool that my wife was able to put together for me. Pictures. So she took a couple of the bags you get from the Lego store if you buy a large item. I took it somewhere and got these professionally done. I was impressed. She did a good job with them. So that is where they are. If I back up a little bit, as I run into the wall, looks pretty good. And she did a good job. So way to go, honey buns. You did a good job. Her contributions to the city down here, and I'm sure there's more pictures to come. So I think that's it for now. Did I cover everything? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I might have forgot. No, I think that's good. Good enough for now, anyway. So thanks again for checking it out, you guys. And as always, I appreciate your reviews, your comments, your suggestions. Always get great feedback here. And really quick, I think I didn't mention this, but I want to have the farm right here. I'm going to try this little strip of farmland right here as the train goes through. We'll see if that works out. But all right, well, that's the evolution for this week anyway. Hopefully it doesn't take me another week to get an update, but that just seems to be the trend as of late. So, also let me answer a question here that I get, or a lot of comments about the cliff right here, where it this is a 7-inch drop off right here, and it's pretty straight. There's a lot of suggestions that I should get something here. And first of all, I'm waiting for a kind of a finalized layout of everything where the train will actually go through, and before I actually start cutting out sections of that felt. I totally agree that something needs to go there. I don't have the Lego elements available to make that Lego, so it would have to be something like a substitute. So give me some suggestions if you can on what you would see there if you weren't able to use Lego elements, because as you know, Lego is a little bit expensive, especially if you're going to get as much rock face to cover this. I have some rock face, but only really enough to cover, seriously, just like 10 inches of this, and that would be it, really. So that's that. Everything else, I think, over here is surviving. When I say surviving, it's surviving my children as they come down and play as I build on the other side. This guy, I did put some black tarmac in. Kind of like that. Looks all right. Looks like it's an actual, real service center, right? And I haven't done anything with the airport because I wanted to make some changes. I got some good suggestions on that to make that a little bit different. The configuration of the runways that I'm agreeing with you on, and I'll make those changes. The train yard is deteriorating as my kids continue to play with the trains and move them out and move them in. But that's okay. It's what it's here for, is to play with. All right. All right. That's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for checking it out. And hopefully we'll see you again in the very near future. And definitely give me some feedback on this bridge here. I want to know what you guys think, and any suggestions on the ramp bringing this down. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I kind of like holding out to see what the community says on things like that, because you never know. You guys could say something and I'll go, you know what? I like that. I'm going to do it. All right, guys. Till next time, take it easy. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.